Dude, I don't know why you're coughing. You didn't even pull the carb. Premature inhalation.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Premature Inhalation with Mario Z, where we count down the minutes to 420. As always, big shout out to Charlie Renegade and RenegadeRadio.com for playing us, and also Crazy J with RadioVegas.rocks. You guys can also check us out on the YouTube page. I'm not going to take a lot of time with the intro because we still got a lot of interview to get to with Joclyn Stone. So here it is, guys. Enjoy. All right, let's see.
Another one.
What impression do you try to give when you first meet someone?
I don't know if I try to give an impression.
Just as is.
Yeah, because, either you're going to figure me out or you're not.
Well, is there something that...
I want to seem approachable.
Okay.
I guess that would be because you dwindle it down, and a conversation isn't going to start if
both people are standoffish.
If I don't make eye contact, if I don't smile and say hello, if I'm just shut down like hi, and I look down at my phone, wow, I just let you know I'm not interested in you and the fact that you're breathing in my space. I just let you know. So I try to create an approachable air about me.
Okay.
And then it goes from there. But I'm also used to being judged by so many different things. So, sometimes it just stops right there. The second they start talking to me, they don't want to get to know me.
Or is it different when you're in like social situations as opposed to like when you're working? Like, is the mindset a little bit differently? Because I would imagine that when you're working, sometimes your guard needs to be up a little bit higher than when you're just in a social situation.
Okay. My guard is up, but I still always want to be approachable. If people have questions, then I want them to be able to ask.
Okay.
And there have been times where I had somebody at Karaoke XXX that came up to me and just barked out a few things because of instant gratification. And
negative things?
It was, you and I need to work together and all this. And I'm thinking, it's kind of interesting. Do you have a name? It was like he was shooting me a text or an email or something and just telling me what I was going to do. And I'm like, that's not going to work with me. And I'm really direct to begin with, but I had already been drinking. You know how I drink at karaoke. So
no
I had already been drinking. So
which means that I was probably trashed at that point.
Yeah, totally. We both were. But it was one of those things where I did exactly what I would do on an email, and I said, and I looked him dead in his face though, and I told him, you need to slow your roll. You need to think about how you're speaking to another human being. You need to go over there across the room and get the fuck away from me. You need to go over there. You need to regroup. You need to think about how you're going to talk to me again, and then try again. And he did, and he didn't do much better, so I made him go on a timeout again. And I said, this is the last one that you're going to get. I said, on an email, you would have only gotten one. But right now, because I'm in a good mood, but it could flip really quick.
Because I feel approachable right now.
Yeah, I feel approachable right now. But, then the next time it was questions. He started asking me questions like, how do you work? How do you structure your website and all this stuff? Which should have been out the gate, like, hey, this is who I am. Who are you? We're in the same industry.
Sort of dialogue, don't make demands.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I don't deal with demands very well at all.
Well, do you find? Well, I'm sure you do, but do you find like a lot of people, because you have a celebrity status and a name, that they expect things from you?
Yes.
Like right off the bat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and suddenly I'm not a person. I'm not a human being. I am that character no matter what, and I'm at their disposal because they are in a room with me, and it's like, oh my God, they have all these questions, and it's like, okay, we're never.
But they gotta play it cool because of that's what they've been taught.
Some of them play cool, some of them don't. They get a little too wound up.
No, I mean like play it cool, like being aloof or like standoffish, to be like, Do you know who I am? Blah, 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 blah.
See, I've never done that because
No, not you. I mean, like
them.
Yeah. And you've always been so sweet. Like you always say, I'm so rude. I'm so rude.
I always try to be approachable. That is my main thing. But the thing is where I am mean, rude, or a total bitch or something like that is where I'll cut somebody off. Bam, you're done.
And
I will tell you
give us the boundaries. Right.
But, you know, most people just, you know, the American way where we excuse things. We excuse bad behavior. We excuse those. I do not excuse it, and I will hold you accountable.
Which actually answers the next question I was going to ask, which is, what do most people do to screw their kids up? And I think...
to screw their kids up?
Yeah. Like
well, you never know what kind of kid is going to hatch, you know? And it could be like an overly sensitive, freaking psycho kid. Your main thing, whether he or she grows up to be, you know, super sensitive and can cry at the drop of a dime, whether they're straight, gay, poly, who knows what, you know, they may be the biggest poly slut in the neighborhood and they're not even out of junior high. You don't know what you're freaking raising, because I was like that, so I would know. I see you raising your eyebrows at me like, what the fuck? No, I was a big old neighborhood slut, and I was a school slut, and I was all of that in a bag of chips. Look at what I'm friggin', but I was raised very religious. We didn't talk about sex. We didn't. So my mother probably would have been able to figure a lot of that out and kind of reined me in a little bit had she taught me more communication. Not
which religion doesn't teach.
Right, no, do as I say, not as I do.
Absolutely.
So, if your kids are screwed up, it's because you're not spending time to play a fucking board game, for God's sake. Don't play a video game. Play a board game. You
Something
actually have to
interactive,
look at each other eye to eye, read each other's body language and stuff. And, you know, you can tell when somebody's blushing because you're embarrassed them. You can tell when their face is getting red because of anger. You can tell all of these different things if you actually look at a human being.
Pay attention to body language.
Right. A TV, a video game, those are not babysitters. Know your child. Communicate with your child. There's, you know, and now the TV is scary as fuck because, you know, they've got that teen mom.
And they're,
what is that? They're
glorification,
condoning
absolutely.
it and saying, oh yeah, you cough up a child while you're a child, you might be a star. That's no.
I absolutely agree.
So I don't agree with so many of the things, but if you don't communicate with your child and the TV is your babysitter,
right?
You deserve everything you fucking get, and I hope at your deathbed you're wallowing in it because your horrible fucking offspring isn't going to be there because they got shit to do.
They got to go get ready for the next season of Teen Mom, right?
Next season of Teen Mom and their, 10th divorce.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. What would you do if you could be invisible? I picked that question especially for you.
Oh my God, invisible. Holy crap, I would sneak into some high-powered places is what I would do. I'd probably... some of these people that we give credit to, that we give titles to, whether it's the President of the United States, his little minions that work under him, whatever, I'd like to swoop in there and listen to some private conversations. That's what I would like. As well as the asshole motherfucker that decided that Teen Moms was a good idea. I'd like to swoop in there and listen to how they hash this stuff out. I would like to hear some conversations like that. That's the stuff that I would.
So you actually have a plan for this.
Yeah.
I would just pants people.
The high-powered, of course you would. And, when I'm getting to those places,
pants everybody
then,
on the way.
I'd a little titty twister.
I could already see the police map on the wall with we've had pantsings all the way down this street.
We don't know why.
For some reason, Teen Mom is canceled.
Yeah, for some reason. But there's a lot of people that we just blindly give power to because they have money.
Or because we're told at an early age that that's a title of respect.
Whew, you just, a pastor of a church. A pastor of a church. I would love to go into one of the
private quarters and see what actually, like,
how often is he jerking off? Because let me tell you something. I'm on LinkedIn and I get some of the most aggressive emails and stuff on a business site from the clergy. So I'm just saying, and it doesn't matter what church. It doesn't matter if he's a pastor, if he's a priest, if he's whatever. I mean, it is like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm that girl that was raised very religious. And no, their abuse of power. Why don't you guys start looking at those people? Those are the ones where I would like to, just during the next church service, turn off his microphone and turn on my recorder and hit play and go, listen to what this asshat's really doing.
Right.
So, and I know some things that have gone on. Just, it took a minute for the Catholic Church to, start weeding out the trolls and everything.
Oh, yeah.
But shit floats, dude. And at some point, I don't care how hard you try to hold it down, the shit will pop to the top.
Now, I was raised Catholic. So do you feel like maybe your religious upbringing might have helped cultivate your adventurousness? Is that even a word?
At first, I think it did.
Because I know when I turned 18,
you lost your damn mind?
Lost my damn mind. I can even tell you the exact moment that, like, my entire world...
I lost mine at 14.
I lost mine actually probably around the same age. Because my parents, super, super strict, right? I was even like a youth pastor in my church and everything like that. I wasn't allowed to watch rated R movies. When my aunt got me Batman for Christmas when I was 12, I couldn't watch it till April because it was PG-13. Okay?
Oh my God.
So the moment that my life changed was when, do you remember the Columbia House where you get like 50 CDs for a penny?
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, so...
I was a member. I was totally a member.
So was I! And so I got this thing in the mail and I listened to nothing but what my parents listened to.
Right.
And so finally I had like free reign and I was like, I can get whatever I want. So I just started getting them. And I remember that one of the albums that I got was The Chronic by Dr. Dre. Okay? And when I listened to it, it was the first time that I realized that you could cuss in music. I had never heard a recorded cuss word in my entire life. And after that, I was like, this is the coolest fucking thing ever. So for like the next, I think until I started high school, I was in nothing but gangster rap. Like, if the more it cussed, the better. Because I just thought it was so cool.
Oh my God.
But once my parents were super strict, and I think that once I got like to 18, and I had the freedom to do things, I just went batshit crazy. I did everything I could.
And that right there, teaching their values, and this is what I'm talking about by fucking up your kids, teaching their values and stuff. They could have opened the door slowly, one step at a time, and let you know what was going to happen when you turned 18.
Oh, yeah.
They could have warned you, so that could have protected you. Because imagine if you were a girl.
Right.
Absolutely.
Could have been
teen mom,
Absolutely.
Because you just lose your shit and you're not educated. Nobody eased you into it. It's like eating hot sauce. We were talking about it earlier. We love all these different flavors, but we started off with Taco Bell. Taco Bell's mild fucking sauce. Now they've got 6 or 7 of them. But now we're into sriracha and jalapenos and just all these different things. We didn't dive into the fucking sriracha.
Right. Here's a ghost pepper.
Yeah, here, eat this. Because that's what happened to you when you were 18. You ran out the door and ate a ghost pepper and went, what?
Oh, it burned me too.
Oh, yeah.
going in and out.
In and out. So just teaching that little bit here and there it could have helped, but that would have created communication. And some families, moms especially, think that that's going against the religion. And actually it's creating a good human.
Right.
And letting them know, I want you to be good, but I need you to know that there's bad stuff out there, and I need you as an individual and my offspring to be able to make those decisions. It's simple. That doesn't mean that her beliefs are bad. I still carry my beliefs with me, and because that's all I know. That's all I know.
It's part of who you are.
Yeah,
too.
it is part of who I am, and that's all there is to it. What the fuck was the question? I don't remember now.
Oh, what would you do if you're invisible?
Oh, now you know. Now you know.
We get into
Okay.
theological discussions and dance
God, we
people.
really did holy dog shit. Sorry. Sorry.
All right. In your experience, have you found that who do you find acts more entitled, women or men?
More entitled. Oh my god. I would say both. For different reasons. Women think for some stupid fucking reason it's lack of learning communication. Again, I say this a lot. Now you know why. They believe a male should be able to read their mind. And something that I've learned is they can't. They have an outie, not an innie, but it's not a divining rod. It's not going to direct them to exactly what it is that you want them to do.
You heard that here first.
So when it comes down to it, I think they believe that they're entitled to, change their mind. Well, how would you feel if somebody did it to you? Make a fucking decision. Everybody makes jokes
Right.
about, where do you want to eat? Where do you want to eat? I don't know. I don't want that. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. You know what, bitch? Starve. I'm going to dinner alone. That's how it's going to go.
Fucking love you.
You get what you tolerate, and this is for the women acting this way.
Right.
You get what you tolerate. So, the guy, if he tolerates it, he's gonna, deal with a wishy-washy bitch that's moody just because she fucking feels like it, and that's not acceptable.
Boundaries are important.
Boundaries are very important, and putting boundaries on you fucking with my head and my emotions that's a hard fucking limit. You don't get to do that to me, and I don't like it when any girls do that to their men, boyfriend, husband, it doesn't matter. I don't believe in girls' nights at all because of the fact that all these fucking hatchet wounds get together, talk shit about their men, and then I sit there and go, well, what did you do to him? Well, why, what? Well, I just thought he should know that I want him to, and I'm like, I gotta go, because I'm gonna cut a fat fucking bitch. Because he doesn't know. He's not a mind reader, and it's not fair. Now, on the other hand, guys think that they're entitled because the chick should suck his dick, put out whenever he wants, and all this stuff, but he doesn't need to do a goddamn thing to earn it. Wash a motherfucking dish. Take a bitch out to dinner.
Listen
Why don't you
to a conversation.
listen to what I was telling you about work? Turn your head on me one more time, motherfucker. And now it is, you know what? All of our devices, our TV, our movies, our cell phones, everything has pause. You're not going to miss anything. You
Right.
can go right the fuck back. Why don't you give me 90 seconds of your time? Because that 90 seconds could equate to you having a blowjob that night. Or not. Give me a dirty look. I dare ya. Give me a fucking dirty look. Forward think. Tell me that I'm pretty. Tell me, I like it when you don't wear makeup. Don't put on makeup. Slap on some lip gloss so you feel like you're wearing makeup, and let's go to McDonald's. Yeah, okay. Don't ask me where I want to eat. Say, I want McDonald's. Okay, let's go. I may counter it with, I want Burger King.
But at least
But I counter.
Exactly.
Don't ask me what I want, trying to appease me. No, say, I want this. Do you want it? And I will say, yay or nay. Or I'll counter it and go, okay, we'll go for burgers, but I totally would rather the flame broil. So can we go to Burger King instead? Why not? So it's, again, the communication, and don't act like other people should, because your wife or girlfriend is not your goddamn mother. She doesn't have to pick up after you. She doesn't have to clean your laundry. She doesn't have to cook for you. So, you can starve, bitch.
See, I totally agree with you. I think it's a vicious cycle.
But you get what you tolerate.
Yeah, the
Are you
boy
gonna
who gets
tolerate
treated
it?
by crap from the girl, so then he goes and he treats other girls like crap, and
Right.
then the next guy, then she's not going to trust and everything like that. But I think the core.
Oh, drop your fucking baggage. Here's my thing. Don't you even turn around and flip this shit like, oh, she's not going to trust the next guy. If I started dating you, what the hell did you today have to do with my 14-year relationship?
Absolutely.
What? Not a fucking thing.
I absolutely agree with
So
that.
who the hell do I think I am?
I think one of the biggest.
Bringing it to you and throwing all my 14-year luggage on your lap and saying, here, Mario, deal with this. It's not yours to deal with. It is, however, up to you to get to know me, make eye contact with me, know where I come from in a lot of different aspects just by talking about past jobs and the fact that my best friend dumped me because her new boyfriend was so needy that I got dumped by my best friend of like 9 years. You know, why don't you talk to me about that?
Right.
You know, are you going to be the next person to dump me like that, to treat me like crap, that I'm nothing because somebody tells you that I'm not important to you? You know, are you that person? Or are you going to go, whoa, are you kidding me that happened? How dare I drop something in your lap? And you shouldn't allow me to drop it. You should get to know me as of today. This past stuff has made me who I am.
Right.
But I don't carry it on my back. And I don't expect the next person that I date to have a lap full of my bullshit luggage.
Like, don't
It's
be
not fair, but I ain't carrying yours either.
like,
so
don't be
leave your
defined
shit
by
at the
your
door.
struggle. Be forged by it.
Right.
Like I
Right.
think one of the biggest problems right now is that we're pussifying boys. Like we're not.
Okay, I like to do that though.
Well, but okay, look.
You just said it in the right way.
But it's true though. Okay, like as like a fetish or something that you're into, that's fine.
Right,
But
it's a
still,
fetish that I'm into, but I will only deal with an equal
right. But the
as
thing,
playtime. You're wearing some panties.
that's fine as long as
Is
they don't.
it? Is
as
it?
long as they
Is
don't
it?
chafe.
Okay,
Yeah.
you got that. It's recorded,
Oh
right?
shit, we're recording. Oh yeah. But we're not teaching boys to be men in their real lives. Like whatever you're into on a fetish level or a sexual level, fine. That's do your thing. But like we're not teaching boys to have any kind of ambition nowadays. Like so I can understand why a lot of women are probably skeptical about whether a guy is going to be a piece of shit or not, because I mean you have an entire generation of men who are living at home, you know, and not because they're
Not
there
for a good reason.
exactly, like
like
if,
finishing college and saving money.
right, or moving in to have somebody help you, if you're making a career move that like in entertainment that doesn't make shit money when you start off, so you're gonna need a little bit of support or some help. But like you have these kids who are like, well, what do you want to do with yourself? I want to make videos and be famous on YouTube. Okay, what are you gonna make videos on? Stuff and things, so I can get money and bitches.
Yeah.
And it's like it's
Instant gratification, that's what they're watching. And if you allow them to be sucked into that and you use the cell phone, the iPad, the TV, the video games and everything to be the babysitter, that's what you just raised.
right, because you're raising them on the Kardashians and all TMZ and all that other shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'll be honest, like my dad always raised me to be a gentleman, but never put up with shit in a relationship. Like, I will hold the door open for you. I will listen to. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's got a breaking point,
Right.
but I think everybody's breaking points are too low. Not just in relationships.
Instant gratification.
Right.
This isn't working. You know what? I don't like that question you just asked me. I'm going to go.
Right.
But why? I should at least tell you. I should at least explain to you.
You know what? One of the things that I absolutely hate the most is when people say, I just can't even.
Can't even what?
Exactly. But it's become this universal, like, blanket statement when it's just like, I'm feeling being a piece of shit right now. And it just gives everybody, like, free reign to just do whatever. I just can't even. Well, why? I just can't even have this conversation. Well, why?
Okay, mine I'm going to do it right now. I'll do that right now. Dude, you're sitting there. I'm looking at you. Right now means right now.
Right.
When were you going to do it? Right now is now. Those were the words you used. You were going to do it right now. So when were you going to do it? Right now? Get the fuck up and do it. Or don't use that phrase. Because those words, when put together, actually create a sentence. And I'm going to hold you to it. And your ass is sitting there. So you ain't doing shit right now.
Right.
So shut up unless you know how to use those words.
So ladies, knock it off with the I can't even, and guys, knock it off with the I'll do it right now. All right? Saving relationships, one complaint at a time. I love it.
There you go. Got some views and opinions.
Well, that does it for another episode of Premature Inhalation. If it sounded like that interview got cut a little bit short, it's because it did. I tried to edit it down as much as possible. There was just way too much content in there for me to take too much out. So we're going to go ahead and finish that interview next week. And it's just a little bit left, so we'll have some time for some music, maybe some news. We'll see what happens next week. Make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at Premature Toke. Also, you can check out all the archives of all the episodes on the YouTube page at Premature Inhalation. If you want to send us emails for topics, people to interview, any kind of suggestions or fuck yous, you can send those to prematureinhalation@gmail.com. That's prematureinhalation, one word, @gmail.com. For Premature Inhalation, this is Mario Z. Have a great night, everybody.